usually receive about 5,000 submissions. We put it out through SAG, AFTRA, and Breakdown Services, and Actors Access. And then we just start pulling anybody who has sketch or improv on their resume. We do end up generally auditioning about 2,000 actors. We go to New York, we go to Chicago, and LA. Out of the 2,000 this year, we picked 22 performers.
This is my second time auditioning for the CBS Diversity Showcase. I auditioned maybe 5 years ago, and this was before I started doing sketch comedy and stand-up. And I threw something together because I was like, okay, they need to see characters, so I'm just gonna go crazy. So I was like, oh, I hear a voice, ooh, ooh, ooh. I can do an accent. Oh, I do Jamaican and all of that, right? So this time I just felt so much better prepared for it. I had my characters down. I do impressions, and it all sort of came together.
You know, a lot of times I do showcases where I coach actors and work with them, and a lot of what we tell them is to be a performer. Really go there and shine. You're coming in for 3 minutes, so you have to do something that's memorable. So I look and I go, wow, I remember that. And then after that, you start to see how their skill set. Can they, be loud enough to fill this stage? Are they committed enough to know it's a 3-month process?
Probably maybe 3 years ago, I actually auditioned and just, didn't make it far at all. But like I said, with the groundlings training, and I kind of worked on the craft a little bit, so I knew what to come in with, what they were looking for, and I did the best I possibly could. I knew it was a great opportunity, so I'm really honored.
Everyone comes in with an original 1-minute monologue. It can be a character, it can be sketch, whatever you want to do. If you get picked from there, we usually call back about 300. Then they come in with 3-minute monologues and characters. And then we talk to them about what kind of sketch ideas they might have and what they want to do. And we also insist that they all write, because everyone writes for the showcase, all the performers.
I stood in my room, which is the front room, and I performed for my friends and forced them to watch me and give me notes on what was funny and what was not funny. I do stand-up, so I went in there and I was like, I'm going to do one joke for them. And Fern Orenstein happened to be the only person in the room. And she was laughing so hard that I thought that she was just like, oh, this guy will never have a chance. Like, ha, 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 ha. Like, laughed me out the room. And I'm like, wow, I think that went horribly. She calls me back in and tells me that I did an excellent job and she would like to see me again. And I went on the second one. She put a little pressure on the second audition. She put a little pressure on me. She was like, because Rick Najera would be in the room. She was like, now you better come in here and you better be a freaking genius. And I was like, oh, okay. I went in and I guess I did right by them. I did 3 original characters for them. They liked it. They asked me to come back one more time. They asked me if I could do any celebrity impressions and if I could write. And I could do both. And they were like, you're in the showcase.
We don't care if they have any credits. We don't care if they're in a union. If they come in and they really wow us in that audition, we know we're going to be able to help them.
Doing the audition process, for me, it's just like I do what I do. Either you're going to be into it or you're not. So for me, it's just like, hey, this is what I'm offering. Do you accept or not? If you don't, that's fine. I'll be all right, But if you do, that's great. Let's move on from here. I'd love to be a part of this. So for me, it's just very much a thing where what has helped me in my career has been just like, this is what I do. I'm going to give it 100%. I'm going to give it to you. If you like it, let's do this. If you don't, then I'll be fine.